Alright, this is a coolant leak fix on a 6-liter coming from the J-pipe and EGR cooler. This is the EGR delete, so that's why that looks like that. Originally there was a blue hose on there with some clamps. The clamps were crappy, so I replaced them, and the new clamps didn't do anything, so I just got some 3/4 heater hose from O'Reilly's. It's like $2 a foot, and a foot is the smallest they get. And so this is Gates hose, which is, high quality. So I cut off about 3 inches, and to get it off, to get the blue hose off, I had to use a razor blade because, as you can see, the gap between the J-pipe and the EGR cooler was not enough to get this hose off of. So what I would suggest is just taking a 10mm deep socket there, and then also right there, because that is what holds the J-pipe up. So unbolt those, just push it down, and then with those unbolted, you can slide it right out, and then take your 3-inch or however long you feel would fit good, and obviously put it on the J-pipe, on the J-pipe end. And I did 2 attempts with it because the first time I put some spit in the hose, and it was close, but for me not close enough. So I just detached the J-pipe, moved the hose away a little bit towards the EGR cooler, and then put it on the second time, and it was the perfect fit. And then I put those 10mm back in, and then swung the clamps around, tightened them so that way they are easily accessible, and hopefully that does the trick. So if you're experiencing a coolant leak, which looks like oil possibly, you gotta smell it and see that it starts with the coolant and then it just runs down the side of your engine, and if it's dirty then it'll pick up oil and leave an oil spot. But yeah, I was tired of seeing coolant leaking, and I'm about to change it over to the Cat ELC, so I don't want to lose any of that stuff because it's expensive. So I forgot to list the tools I use. I highly recommend any type of foam padding for your knees, even if it's a flotation device out of a boat. That'll be helpful. 1 foot of 3/4 inch heater hose, got that from O'Reilly's. A 10mm deep socket for the J-pipe, 8mm regular socket, and I used a 20-inch, it's like a 10-inch extension to get down in there, and then I also, these are 11/16 to 1 1/4 inch clamps, stainless steel. They could be a little bit smaller than that, but I made sure that they're, I got a 6-pack, they're big enough to get on there. And then also I use a headlamp so I can see what I'm doing. And then this little guy was very helpful. It just makes things easier. But I don't start things and I don't finish things with those because I don't want to strip it or get it cross-threaded. So yeah, I hope this helps you out. I didn't find any videos on YouTube about how to do this, and obviously I can't get a camera sitting right here watching me do it, and it would have taken forever because this did take a while, but the guys in the 6.0 page on Facebook did help me out. And yep, so that's how you replace the hose on a 6-liter EGR cooler and J-pipe.